Well, hello guys. Aaron with Christian Men Going Their Own Way. Working out in the shop again, making a mess. Burning it at both ends as usual. A little shop talk here tonight. Something that's been on my mind for quite a while, and I've been postponing, but I think it needs to be talked about. I was trying to make something out of myself in this scenario, or let's just call it, if anybody can guess what I'm going to talk about, what I'm mentioning here, I'm almost movie material, aka the 40-year-old virgin. So I'm almost there, a few more months. So, and this is I probably shouldn't open like that, but I could care less. That's what I'm going to talk about. Guys not giving in, not losing their virginity. It needs to be addressed. So, obviously, I don't want to offend anybody. It's not like I've not wanted to lose mine. I mean, there's been, there's been opportunities, but reason and rationale prevailed. So I'm just going to kind of fumble through this. I haven't thought it out all that well, but that's the best way to roll sometimes. Losing, obviously, guys, you can't go back. Guys that had gotten married, divorced, whatever, that's obvious reason, that's obvious. But guys that are sexually active, and have gone Mgtow, it probably takes some strength to deny the flesh, and you have to get strong. But I can't speak from experience, so I know certain areas in my life I had to overcome and get strong and just drop the hammer, if you know what I mean. But saving your virginity as a man is your first defense against your body. The body, like someone says, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. The body wants to procreate, and that's good, providing the circumstances are correct. But in this society, we know what's going on. So, and the circumstances are not good. And I don't even want to speak like this. I wish everything would work right, like it was supposed to. I wish men and women could get along, but God's word shows us that things happened, and it caused a rift between the male-female relationship. Back in Genesis, with the punishment of Adam and Eve, the ground got cursed because of Adam, and woman got cursed in her mind and body. And maybe curse is not a good way to put it, but punished. So either way, and until we realize that, and I do not wish that upon women. I don't wish that happened. I wish everything was set right and everything was good. But unfortunately it's not. And women, if you can overcome that and learn from it and accept it, accepting it and move on and learn how to be a helpmeet, and I think you could do all right. So, and there's certainly a lot of women that do it, out here in this countryside or Minnesota. I know quite a few families that make it work, and they also have some hard times, but for the most part they're together still. But that's a minority. I gotta watch what I say here, kind of contradicting myself. I'm a little tired, but a few people know how to make it work, but the woman has to be willing to accept, the position of a helper. So you can't have both, if you got two people trying to lead, it ain't gonna go very far. So that's like the left wheel on the car trying to steer one way and the right wheel trying to steer the other. You ain't going to get very far. You won't have you both be destroyed. You won't have any tires left. So to put it at analogy or whatever. So, but back on track here. Keeping yourself under control, not taking your pants off, is your first line of defense against getting into a mess. I have watched, acquaintances of mine, people I knew, lose their virginity, and they're completely controlled by it. And they get thirsty, real thirsty, and they get themselves in such a mess. It's amazing what they'll drag themselves through. So this video, and I should probably preface it, this is for guys, young men that haven't crossed that line yet. And just take a look around what's going on and how men get trapped into that cycle. And it just ruins their lives. And they get hitched up with some dingling that, of course, I can call him a dingling too for dropping his drawers and her legs are open and, look what you got. So, but yeah, I don't really know where to go with this all, but you can see a lot clearer once you stand back, have patience, You're not missing. So, some people say your hand's better. Some guys say your hand is better. I don't know. I mean, but sex is not everything, Like Lion Mgtow says, it's a lower brain function. Yeah, it gets it can take control of you. I mean, I know what lust and passion feels like. So when you're almost, you get dry mouth or cotton mouth. I've experienced that here a few months back with I won't go into details, but some girl wasn't wearing much clothes when I was over at their place, and it's like, yep, I had to go drink a half quart of water. So anyways, had to cool down. But yeah, I just encourage you guys. I mean, obviously if you already lost your virginity or this, I'm not condemning you. It just, what you're dealing with. And this is primarily for young men who haven't crossed that, don't do it. I mean, the environment for marriage lasting and working is so bad, and the laws, the gynocracy and control, it's a bad idea. And you're not alone. I'm almost 40. I know there's other guys out here that are even older. I heard of one guy in nearby town who was a Jehovah's Witness. He died a virgin. He was like almost 90. And it's okay. It's okay. I mean, you're not missing out on life. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, life is all the more exciting when you discover yourself and be at peace with yourself and quit seeking external validation. I mean, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it'd feel good to have a little validation in sack, but seeking external validation, it's not a firm foundation. It'll go away. If you live a life of seeking external validation, those people come and go, and you'll never be yourself. You won't have a foundation. You won't know who you are. You're just out to impress everybody. And try to learn how to impress yourself. I mean, challenge yourself. Life is foundational. You start with the foundation of truth in your life, and you build upon that, and then you branch out into other areas. Yeah, you'll make errors and stuff, but come back to the foundation of truth and keep building upon that with whatever you're doing. And the little secret to life is being successful is seed time and harvest. God put that into action with everything. Seed time and harvest is a principle designed by God, and He told us what it was, and it's obvious. You have to invest in yourself. Jumping in the sack, losing your virginity, is not investing in yourself. You need to pour life into yourself and wisdom and learn how to do things. Don't just sit around and watch TV, play video games. I mean, if you want to play video games, fine, but make sure they don't own you, because I think there's a whole nother world out there. I know there is a whole nother world out there of exciting things to do and learn. And I'm primarily mechanical, and that's what interests me, mechanical, electrical, electronics. So I run with it. But yeah, just don't go with the flow with what everybody's doing and telling you. If you're around a bunch of guys that are always jumping in the sack with women, get away from them. They're going to be drugged down by them. And, the Bible's full of wisdom and examples of what not to do and how to avoid a headache. So, anyways, I don't know of anything else right now. But, yeah, I'm not proud of not losing my virginity or anything like that. I watched enough people make a mess. And like I said, I had spent many years trying to figure out how to be a good husband and raise a family. I moved out of the country, and I wanted to have a stay-at-home wife and have a little homestead going on, but nope, it came crashing down. All my efforts went up in smoke in that area. And it's like, enough is enough. I'm not gonna waste my life trying to chase this fantasy. And I was ready to end it. So, and I had to rediscover who I was. So, and accept who I was, not based on anybody else's impression of me. Don't care. I am me. That's all that matters. So, So guys, do not lose it. It's your first line of defense against yourself and against women and their manipulative practices. And women, knock it off. Be a woman of truth. Understand that you have the power to manipulate men. And I mean, if you're married, treat your husband good, and he'll treat you well. Vice versa. So, anyways, guys, the kingdom is coming, but we got a little while to go. There's a big mess coming as far as I'm concerned financially in this country. The petrodollar is collapsing. If you guys don't know what the petrodollar is, you better do your homework if you live in this country, because things are going to change. I'm also concerned that we're heading to the sixth. I'm concerned that the Sixth Trumpet War is approaching, a war that is started by a 200 million man army that kills a third of the human race. Go study it. There's only one country in the world that can front that kind of army. And it's in front of me to put in a fallout shelter, a pretty large one. So I got a lot of work ahead of me. So that's why I haven't had a whole lot of time to share my thoughts with you guys, because of my focus on what's coming down the crapshoot. I need to make a little more time to share my thoughts about what's going on, see what you guys think about them. But anyways, the kingdom will come, and the kingdom goes out by invitation, and faith and trust in Jesus Christ is the gift that. Or is the fee for entrance, or the requirement. That's it. Faith and trust. None of us are good enough. And that was not the point. It goes out by invitation. Anyways, guys, have a good night. Keep your heads up. Go Mgtow.